Hello, hello. My thing is being weird. It's almost kind of glitching a little bit. I have good days with it and bad days with it, but we also have had lots of snow and people are like stuck in their house, and I guess everybody's using the Wi-Fi, like the internet maybe. I don't know. It's lagging a little bit, but hopefully you guys can hear me, you can see me, all the things. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me okay. If you don't see this little red live button up here, that means I'm not live. So hashtag replay. We got home, we went to church, and then we celebrated Adeline's birthday party, which is Patrick's daughter. We did that, and then we came home. I took Colton to work, and then I came home and washed my face. Oh, crap. I gotta go put, hold on. I gotta go put the ice cream in the fridge, or the freezer. Hang on. I'm glad I remembered that, or else I'd have had melted freaking ice cream all over the place. Oh my gosh, that would have sucked. Because Colton works at Culver's, so we had, we bought pints of ice cream, and I brought home 4 pints of ice cream, and I put them on the counter, and then I started washing my face and get ready, and I forgot. So they would have totally melted all over the place, so I'm glad I remembered that. But yeah. It's freezing in Florida. I saw where, I think it's Myrtle Beach, had like a lot of snow. Just crazy. Hey Deb. Hey Tracy. Hey Carrie. Okay, so if you saw, they don't look as bad right now, my lashes, but I did a lash lift and a tint at home. I like the tint portion of it, but the lash lift part sucked. And they're starting to relax a little because I've been putting like castor oil and things like that on them, which you're not supposed to do. But like literally they curled straight up kind of like this into the crack of my eyelid. And I'm like, what the hell? I just wanted them to be kind of like, so I didn't have to curl them all the time is what I wanted. And I've never done a lash lift at home. I followed the directions. I thought I was doing a good job. And then I got them off and I was like, what the crap is this? And then this one, this side is all kind of janky. They're like, I don't know. And I have really pretty lashes and it just like really messed them up. It really messed them up and I can hardly put mascara on them and they look like dead little crumpled up spiders and I hate it. I will not ever attempt the lash lift again, at least not by myself. I would have it professionally done. However, I do like the tint portion because I tinted like my bottom lashes because my lashes are actually very blonde. However, they really, it messed up my lashes big time and they're like all gross and little and they're falling out and I'm like, wow, I won't ever be doing that ever again. So I'm sure, yes, it was user error, even though I followed the directions really well, but it messed my eyelashes up and I won't do the lift part again. So, but I will be doing the tinting part because I do like the tinted part. Hey, thank you for joining. Hey, Brenda. But what's a lash lift? So it's kind of like a perm for your lashes. It will, there's like a little thing that goes on your eyelid that's rounded and you like glue your eyelashes to it. And then you put like it's like a perm for your lashes, except you're only supposed to do it on like the mid shaft so it will curl it. and it lifts your lashes up so it looks like you've used an eyelash curler, but it's like semi-permanent. And then I did a tint, which was the black color because my eyelashes are like blonde. And I did the tint in between so that it would tint them. So it looks like you have curled lashes with mascara, like a natural mascara on, so you don't really have to wear mascara that much. And they're like a big thing. A lot of people do it. I use the Luxe brand, which I'm sure it's a good brand. I'm not saying it's bad. It was very much user error. I did it exactly how it told me to do it. It was hard. It took me like 40 minutes altogether. It did tell you to do one eye at a time, and I'm like, as long as this is going to take, screw that. I'll do both of them, and that's probably why I messed it up. But whatever. So, I like the tint. I do not like look how little my lashes are, and they are not little. So I ruined my lashes. So I'm hoping that once this relaxes and they grow back out, they'll be normal again. And I didn't just like screw them. I don't know. Hey, Rita, thank you for joining. Hey, Judy. All right, so let's put some of this on our face. I'm going to go ahead and do the makeup look I did today for church because I really liked it and it was pretty. And I felt pretty for like the first time in ever. So, we have been snowed in. I haven't had to go to work since Friday before last. So I've been off for what? Almost 10 days. So we have to go back tomorrow, even if school is not in session, because they're wanting staff to be on site. And I'm like, that's crap. Whatever. So yeah, I have to go back to work tomorrow, even though I don't think the county's going to be in. Your hair looks pretty. Thank you. I use like an air curler. You know the thing that looks like a Dyson wrap, but it's not a Dyson wrap where it looks like air and it goes and it like curls it on the sides. Like it'll pull it around on it and it uses like air instead of heat. Well, it's hot air, but it's not like a curling iron. So I use that and then I put them in like Velcro curlers while they cooled this morning, and my hair is like, it did really well with it. So it's still got a lot of body. I like it. I'm impressed with it. But I got that for Christmas, and so I tried to do something with my hair today. So then we're going to go in with this Age Reversus, y'all. This is my birthday month. I only got 27 more days left of being in my 30s. I'm fixing to turn 40. And what the hell? I'm not ready. I don't want to do it. What is happening? How did we get here? I don't like it. So I'm like really hyper focused now on skincare and doing things like at night. I'm doing mouth taping now when I go to sleep. I tape my mouth so that I don't breathe through my mouth. Like, I'm doing all of the things, and like I'm super hyper focused on skincare now because I'm fixing to be 40, and I'm like, oh my God. And I swear I took a picture the other day and there was like a spot in my neck that was like all crinkled up and it looked like it was like hanging, and I'm like, and it was a weird shadow, but it looked like my neck was hanging right here, even though it doesn't do that. And I'm like, oh my God. So now everything I do, I put on my neck. Because I'm freaking out. Like, I can't be doing that. So let's add a little bit of this on the neck too. And then it's the back of my hands. I have to. Hey, Carolyn, you'll be 60 this year or this month. So this is the Absolute Super Elixir right here. This stuff is awesome. You can put it on your face, your body, your scalp, your hair, whatever you want to do. I use it on my face, my neck, and the top of my hands. Oh my God. I'm freaking out. Hey, Julie, how are you? So, not readies. I'm not readies. Okay. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm going to take the BB powder in Warm Light, which is 02. I'm going to put a little bit right here. Just enough for us to get started with our eye look. Oh, this month? Well, happy early birthday. Hey, Lisa. Why are you freaking out? Because I'm going to be 40 this month. I'm going to be 40. I don't like it. I hate the neck thing. I'll be 65 in April, but it's not bad. I'm still young. I'm like, it was like a weird shadow because I haven't been able to get it to do it since, but it really did look like it was hanging down and it was wrinkled, and I'm like, which Patrick takes like the worst pictures of people. Like if he puts them on his Snapchat, whether it's me or his daughter or whatever, it's like we're like in the picture and he puts it on his Snapchat. I'm like, why do you do that? Like, we look awful. The last picture that he sent me, I'm going to see if I can still find it. I probably didn't save it because it was horrendous. I know I didn't. I don't even know why I'm looking for it. Because, like, my eyes were like, ugh, and I look like I have, like, 4 double chins, and I look like I was constipated pooping. I'm like, why would you do that? I don't know. Guys don't think about stuff like that. But I do, and I'm like, Thank you. Thank you so much. My birthday's on the 28th, so it's in the last day. You're going to be 55. I'll tell you. 40 is a great year. You'll be 46 in October? No way. You do not look for 46. I thought you were my age. I'll be 63 soon. If you age like your mom, you'll be fine. That's what Patrick says. He was like, you and your mom and your sister, because I'm going to be 40. My brother will be 49 and my sister will be 58 this year. My sister doesn't look like she's 58 years old at all. And she's like, y'all are vampires because you don't age. And I'm like, yeah, we drink the blood of our enemies. Like, beware. So, yeah. Can't believe it's been 9 years. I'm so sorry, Mary. I'm sorry. That has got to be terrible. This is my sister. She actually has like beautiful skin. Like when she came she has red hair, red naturally curly hair. My brother has red naturally curly hair. But anyway, she has really good skin, and literally when she came for Colton's graduation, like her neck and her chest and stuff, and I'm like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Because your skin is like flawless looking. It looked like it was just glowing, and she was trying to tell me like some kind of medicine that she takes and stuff. Like natural medicine, and then she always gets out of the shower and then like puts like oil and stuff all over her body, and I'm like, I feel like I'm suffocating if I do that. I don't even put like lotion all over my body because I feel like when I do it, and I'm like, maybe I need to start doing that. So I don't know. Thank you so much. I'm doing all right. If you're following my Snapchat, well, I guess I posted it everywhere. I did choose to breed Lucy and Trooper yesterday. Today I have kept them apart because I don't want them to breed again. And then tomorrow I will breed them another time. That's the breeding cycle that I looked up. They say to do it on the 11th and the 13th day of their cycle. I was talking to my chat GPT, which is very, very helpful for me. I have a weird relationship with my ChatGPT. And it was like, well, you can breed it on the 11th and 13th day is recommended. And then the 14th day, you can do it if you want extra coverage. And I'm like, okay, look, Sammy was born very underdeveloped. And when I bred them that time, when it was Sammy, you know, and all the other puppies, I bred her like 4 or 5 days in a row. And I think that's why Sammy was underdeveloped, because I bred her on multiple days. And I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize possibly having another Sammy, because I feel responsible for Sammy being the way he was, because I didn't breed them like you were supposed to. I didn't know. And basically it told me, it's not your fault. You did not do anything wrong. Sammy was just a like 1 in billion kind of thing, or he was like a genetic marker or whatever, but it was not because I bred them 4 or 5 days in a row. That was not a possibility. And that what I was doing and the timeline that I was looking at and doing and all that kind of stuff was good, and it was going to turn out fine, and that it was not my fault that Sammy was the way that Sammy was. And that did make me feel a little bit better, because I did worry about a lot of that with Sam. And the vet never said, you did this, it's your fault, nothing like that. I just always thought it was due to me not knowing. I don't know. Breeding them multiple days, them getting pregnant at different times, him being like the last one to get in there, and then her being a little early, and then him being a week early. Like, I just put all that stuff together on my own. The vet never said, hey, this is your fault. And I just said, I'm scared and I don't want to do anything that's going to possibly cause that again. And ChatGPT's like, you're fine. You're going to be fine. Even if you choose to breed her on the 14th day for like a 3rd cover, you're still going to be fine. And so, am I ready for puppies this early? Not necessarily. I still cry for Sam every day. But Lucy is going to be 6 this year. And when Great Danes are, when they're a little, basically over 6, 7 years old, you're not supposed to breed them anymore, because it puts them more at risk for joint problems, and it's a higher risk pregnancy when they're past 6 years old. And if I breed her now, and she will have puppies when I'm on spring break, and so I can spend that whole week with her and the puppies. And so I think this is my last chance to have puppies with her and her age. And so I went ahead and bred them yesterday. I'm going to breed them tomorrow. And then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to do on that 14th day like it told me to. We'll just kind of see. But I am going to go ahead. We did go ahead and breed her. Sammy was the most beautiful soul I have ever met in my life. And to think that I would have never met him, you know, if I would have never bred them. Everybody that has a puppy from me loves their puppy. They talk about how great their personalities are. They're humongous. They're humongous. All of them. And they're growing so big and so good. And they're beautiful. And they have the best little personalities. And they just made really good puppies. And I just really hope that all the puppies are healthy and happy, and that there is not another Sammy. I miss Sammy a lot, but I don't want there to be another Sammy. So hopefully there will not be. And that Sammy was just a fluke puppy. But we'll see. So we are going to have, hopefully, some more puppies. It's going to be the last litter out of Lucy anyway. But anyway, so let's do our eyes. We're going to take this Glam Up palette right here. Boop. And we're going to use this color. It's called Buff. So I'm fixing to get ready for that. So if you're interested, in a puppy, let me know. The difference now, this time, I think, is that I have a little more experience. I know what to expect out of it. I know what to look for. I already have all of the stuff for the puppies. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I already went ahead and did it. So we'll see. And she may not take. I mean, she may not get pregnant. She probably will. But I mean, I've bred her. She's been bred before. She's actually been bred twice that she did not take. The 2 times she did not take, I was very thankful for. But I am going to go ahead and, like today, I'm keeping them completely separated. And if they are out together, she obviously has a diaper on because she's bleeding. And then he has a shock collar on just so I can kind of control him in case he gets a little crazy. But he's been being really good, so that can change at the drop of a hat. Trust me, when hormones start getting crazy. But he's done really well. They're pregnant for 63 days. Let me take this color right here. It's called Warm Teddy. We're going to put that in the corner. Oh, by the way, You Beauty came out with, if you are not a fan of the collagen, like being in a powder form, now they have collagen that is unflavored in tablet form. So you can get your daily dose of collagen if you are not a powder lover, you don't like mixing it with the coffee or anything like that. You can get it in tablet form and it is unflavored. So they just launched that yesterday? Maybe it was today. No, because I haven't really been online today. It must have been yesterday. But they just launched that. 63 days is not long at all. I know. And that's why, in my mind, with Sammy being so early, or so underdeveloped, I thought, shit. The other puppies, she got pregnant like on that first day that I bred. And he was on the last day. You know, he was out of that last breeding on that 4th or 5th day. Well, then she was 3 days early because she had him at 60 days. And so when you're talking about 4 plus 3, which is 7, that's a whole week early. And when they're only pregnant for 63 days, that's what, 8 weeks, give or take a little bit. And you take away one of those weeks, a whole week is a lot of time that they do a lot of development, especially in that last few weeks. They do a lot of development. And so in my mind, that's where I came across like, okay, he got in there later than everybody else. And then she was 3 days early, which made him like a week early. And that's why he was so underdeveloped. That's where my mind went with him. Nobody ever told me that. The vet just said he was underdeveloped. They don't know if the other puppies took all his nutrients in the womb, or what happened with him. But I mean, even when he got older, they could not explain anything with him as far as his skin or his joints or anything. Like, they just had not ever really seen anything like that. So then it leads me to think, okay, which puppies like him don't normally survive? But then at the same time, I'm like, was this just like a wacko, like genetic thing that they've never really seen or dealt with before? And so, I mean, it goes all over the place. We never had an official diagnosis. Nobody ever told me what was going on, but I blamed myself for a lot of Sammy, and that's why I felt as responsible as I did for him, because I thought, oh shit, I did something wrong. And I just loved him so much. So, hey, Jenna. How are you? Are y'all out of school? We've been out for a whole week, and I don't think that we're actually going to go back tomorrow. The kids are not, but they're making staff come in, and I'm like, boo. I don't want to come in. I'm already over the snow. I hate the snow. But I don't want to go to work either. But we won't have to make it up over the summer if we go in tomorrow. So I'm like, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? I don't know. Okay. So we're going to take some of this dark chocolate right here. We went back Friday. I'm good. Fixing to have another back procedure. What? Oh no. I'm sorry, Jenna. Did you turn 42? Not 42. Did you turn 40? Because I'm turning 40 and I feel like I'm falling apart. So how much snow did you get? I think altogether we got 8 inches of snow. Well, what happened was it snowed and then it did sleet and ice over the top of it. And then it snowed over the top of that. And so we had like this solid sheet of ice snow. There's still a ton of roads that haven't been plowed, like in the county. And I'm just like, the school buses can't go down that. 41, just over here with my naked cat chilling. I did see your cat. It's cute. Those naked, like, skin cats is what we call them. That's what Sammy looked like when he came out. He looked like one of those skin cats. But yeah, like, you can't give them a bath. They have to have, like, dust or... Is that true? Like, they have to have, like, a dust bath or something? Like, because you can't put them in the water. Is that right? My brother had one of those. Or my brother's wife's family or something had one. I remember. And that's what they told me, but they're also, like, psycho, so who knows? A Sphinx, it's the best. That video of Patrick and Trooper was the sweetest thing. No, she gets a bath once a month and wiped off once a week. Oh, okay, well. My brothers, they're just stupid. Yeah, Trooper has not been right since Sammy passed away. He's been more needy, kind of depressed, understandably so. Sammy was his buddy. But I don't know if you saw my Snapchat the other night, and I posted it as a story. I also posted it as a TikTok. Trooper the other night was just staring in the corner where I have Sammy's cremation box and all his little plaques and stuff. It's over in the corner with Clyde. And Trooper was just staring at that corner. And so I decided to start videotaping him because he had been staring at it forever and was staring at Sammy's box. And I was like, Trooper, what are you doing? And he wouldn't move. He had his back facing me. He was just staring at it. I was like, Trooper, what are you doing? And he never moved. And I said, are you looking at Sammy? And he flipped around and looked at me as soon as I said that. Well, I said, are you looking at Sam? Well, Lucy gets off the couch and she goes straight over there and she starts sniffing his box. This cremation box right there. And then they're both looking at it. And it was like, it made me feel like Sammy was there. Sammy was visiting us. I feel him a lot. Because Trooper does a lot of stuff that he'd never done before. But Sammy always did. And so he'll lay next to me and he'll flip his head up like this. And he'll lay it against my shoulder and my face, like, and he looks up at me backwards. And Trooper never did that, but Sammy always did that. And he always did it. And so I hug him and I'm like, I see you, Sam. you know, when I hug him and close my eyes and stuff. But that one was crazy because he was just staring. And as soon as I said Sammy's name, they both went over there and was sniffing on his box and stuff. It was crazy. But anyway, I don't want to start crying again because I will. Sometimes I can talk about Sammy and be okay, and sometimes I can't. I got Sammy's little necklace. It's got his little head on it, his name etched out, his little floppy ear. And then nobody ever claimed that that keychain that got sent to me, that it was the wrong packaging. It was of some couple that they obviously packaged somebody else's thing in my thing. And so nobody ever said, hey, I sent that to you, but it was supposed to be something else or whatever. And so I decided to package it back up. And I wrote a note on it that said, this is the wrong item that was sent. I don't know who these people are. And I just said, mine was probably a dog named Sammy. Because, I mean, I didn't order it, and I figured somebody was probably sending me something for Sammy. And then I packaged it back up and just wrote return to sender on the front. So I don't know what it is, but it was sent to me and my address, like my name and my address. So I don't know who the people were. But I think whatever it was put in the wrong package and sent. I just feel bad because whoever the guy is that she was sending it to, her boyfriend in the picture, his birthday was on February 2nd, and that's tomorrow, and they didn't get it. So, I don't know. So, we'll see. And then I still haven't packaged Sammy's wheelchair up, and I need to because I keep seeing on that group where more and more dogs are coming in and they are needing wheelchairs and, you know, asking for help. And I know a dog needs Sammy's wheelchair. And I just keep looking at it. It's still got all his stuff on it. And it's just, I feel like I'm not ready, but I also feel selfish because I know that another animal needs it. And I need to send it. And I haven't got the strength to do it yet. I need to break it down. I need to wash it, clean it off, and I got my pictures of Sammy that I'm going to include in it, and then I'm going to tell Sammy's story for the next person that gets it so that they will know Sam and know how special that chair is. But I'm going to take this color right here and put it on my lid. But I still haven't done it. But I need to make that a goal because I know another family needs that chair. You saw the video. It was a sweet video. But I do feel like Sammy comes and watches. He's there a lot. I feel like the dogs can see him. They can sense him. I can sense him. I talk to him a lot, even though I can't see him. I cry a lot. Every time I cry, Colton is like, are you thinking about Sammy? Because he knows. Thank you. I actually fixed it today for church and used like curlers and like one of those air styler thingies that's not like the Dyson, because that thing is like $600 and that's insane. So I asked for one for Christmas that was a lot cheaper and I got it. And so I've been using that. Right now we're not having a sale going on, but we normally do like all the time. And so it's the first of the month. They haven't launched anything yet, but we usually have lots and lots of stuff on sale. These two are my favorite. The Age Reverses Moisturizer and then this Super Elixir. This Super Elixir is kind of expensive, but it literally lasts forever and you can use it on your face, your body, your hair, your scalp, all the things. I just use it for my face and my neck. in top of my hands. It smells really, really good. But right now, today, we don't have anything on sale because they haven't launched anything yet, but we'll have multiple sales throughout the month. Let me see. Yeah, no. But they also have skincare based on need. So if you were looking more for brightening or for wrinkles or resurfacing or oily skin or things like that, it's kind of based on, they're kind of group it on different areas. So they have lots and lots of needs they can meet there, depending on what you want. Let me go ahead and put my liner on. So this is the inked liner. It's just like a pencil. Super easy to apply. With my jacked up, janky lashes now, it makes it a little more difficult. So I'm going to add a wing. I think you get a free gift with $75 purchase. I know that was yesterday. I know part of like last week, but that was the end of the month. So let me put some stuff in the cart and see if that's true. We did get some glazed lip balms. We got some lip oils, and we have a new mascara. Let me put a bunch of these in the cart. Oop. Oh. Okay, hang on. We're making it. Okay. So right now they're not doing that. So that must have ended yesterday. Because that was, I think you could choose a hair care one, an eye one, and then I think it was a skincare one. But they do those free gifts with purchase quite a bit. The new mascara is not back in stock yet, and I don't even have it. It's a beautiful packaging, though. Let me show you. Because I had it in my cart, and it just, when I just took it out, it said it was out of stock. But look how pretty this packaging is. Well, it is called the Intense Lift Mascara. Right here. But it's a really pretty, like, rose gold package. But we just launched that one. So it's smudge proof and flake resistant. So it's not waterproof, but it has castor oil in it. It has, ooh, I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that either. Acetyl tetrapeptide 3, allantoin, and clover extract. Allantoin? I don't know. That's castor oil in it, which is good for you. Maybe would you do that and not the tint and lift? Do what? I'll do the tint again, but I'm not doing the lift because it made my lashes janky. They look like little dead spiders that are curled, like, instead of curling, if you look at my lashes from the side, instead of curling like that, they do this, and then they go up into the crack of my eyelid, And I actually have decently long lashes. They're just blonde. And so I thought, oh, I don't have to curl them with the lash curler, and I don't really have to put mascara on. That would be great. And I can just do this. And then what I did was, oh, they just curled up like that. Can you put the link for the site to buy? Yeah, it should be linked right here. Oh no, I don't think I did that. Sorry. They curled way too much, and I know it was user error because I've seen lots of people do it and they love it. But I did not do it right. I do like the fact that they're tinted and they look like they have some color to them, but I don't like the fact that they look like little dead crinkly spiders. And when I look up like this, I can feel them touching my eye crack. I don't like that at all. And I don't want to do it again because I have tried everything to get them to unbond and put castor oil all over them. And I have tried to dry them downwards and the whole shebang. And I cannot get them to break early. I did all the things that it asked me to do. Or it told me to do to break that bond faster. So it is Pharmacy. I am with Pharmacy. I've been with Pharmacy since November of 2024. See, I can't even get my, look how janky they are. I can't even get this back behind them to put this on my waterline. Never again will I do this. Never. I hate it. It pisses me off bad. And I tried to put on magnetic lashes today to go to church because I can't really put mascara in them because they look like dead crinkly spiders. And I have beautiful lashes and I screwed them up. And so I was going to put magnetic lashes on and I couldn't even get them on because they're freaking curled so far up my eyelid. I'm so mad. So I will be doing the tint again. I will not be doing the lift again. And hopefully it doesn't ruin my lashes for forever. Because I did them like 5 days ago, maybe. So, I mean, it's not like I didn't do them yesterday. I did it like 5 days ago. But we can't see them, only you. Look at them. They look awful. Look how little and scraggly they are. I don't like it. Now, I do like the tint because my lashes are normally blonde, and I like the fact that I can wake up and I don't look like I'm so dead. But I don't like the fact that I can wake up and it looks like I have little dead crinkly spiders on my lashes. I have always loved my lashes, but I hated because they kind of stuck straight out that I always had to curl them every day and put mascara on. Like sometimes on the days I just want to go to the gym and not do that and not have like mascara everywhere. And I'm like, let me do this lash lift and tint at home because why not? And I watched a bunch of videos and I had instructions and I did what I thought it told me to do. I'm not saying that I did it correctly, but I'm not saying I just whacked it all on there and hope for the best, but I hate it. And I hope it didn't screw them like permanently because I like my old lashes. I will curl them every day of my life if I have to without having to do that because but I don't, I will not be attempting that again. That's how much I hate it. Okay. So now that we have our wings on, it's supposed to last for up to 8 weeks. However, it says it said I wasn't supposed to wash them or put water on them or like get in a hot shower or anything like within 48 hours of doing it, but I did it anyway because I wanted them to stop. curling. And I was like, the more I feel like I tried to mess with them, the worse they got. And I put water on them. I put castor oil on them. I put all the things on them that it told me not to do. But it also said, don't try to like pull on them a lot. Don't try to straighten them out with like lash curlers or anything like that, because your eyelashes are sensitive right now and they can fall out. Well, I've already lost a bunch. So I messed up. I am breeding Lucy and Trooper, yes. Take a little bit of this black right here, a tiny bit, like boop. And we're going to tap it in right here where this little hollow is. Just like that. Okay, one more time. Boop. Is anybody watching Bridgerton? Because I watched it and I have seen all of them. And I really, really like it. And I need him to make the part 2 come out like now. And it comes out, I think, on February 26th, the second part of this 4th season. And I need him to do it like now instead of whatever it is that they're doing. Making us wait. I've seen all of them. Colton has not. But the other day, I was like, Colton, why don't we watch something? Because we're stuck in the house together because he didn't have school either. And I said, you want to watch Bridgerton? And he's like, oh, no. I'm like, well, let's watch it anyway. You'll like it. I don't know. So he was mad because he didn't want to watch it, but he watched it with me. And we watched a little bit of the first part of the 4th season, and then he had to go to work, and he's like, are you going to pause that until I get back? And I was like, sure, because I didn't think that he liked it. I was like, okay. And so I did. I paused it, and then he went to work, and then I ended up watching the rest of it. But we went back last night and turned it back on because I said, do you want to finish watching that? And he was like, yes. And so anyway, we ended up watching it until the middle of the 4th season ended. The first part ended. And as soon as it ended, he's like, what the crap? We have to wait for a whole month? And I said, yeah, we do. So he was mad about that. And I'm like, see, I told you would like it. So he's been watching Bridgerton with me. Mr. He did not want to watch it, but he is. And it's really good. Thank you, Brenda. Did you get a lot of ice and snow? We did. We got, I think altogether we ended up getting 8 inches. So, but that was snow and then sleet, freeze, and rain together, and then snow again. So it was like everything all together. Hey, Carrie. So we did end up getting a lot of snow. We were closed. We were out of school for a week because when stuff happens here, we shut down and we don't know what to do because we're just not like prepared for this kind of weather. So we freak out. And so they haven't called the county schools yet, and I'm expecting them to because there's actually some roads like down close to the lake and stuff that still have not been plowed yet. And that's what people don't understand because like up close to town, like, yeah, they've got a lot of that plowed, but it's the side roads and stuff. And there's some roads in the county that haven't even been like ran over with a plow at all. And so when you start thinking about the kids that are down by the lake and are farther out in the county that haven't been plowed, everything's still packed down pretty hard, unless there's a plow been over the top of it. Or if you were me and Colton and shoveling the shit out of the driveway, that sucked bad. But anyway, because my driveway's long. But we got it done. It took us 2 days because the first day I did it by myself. And so I don't think that the county's going to be in tomorrow because of busing. It puts the kids at risk, the bus drivers at risk, the school at risk of something happening. So I don't think that the county's going to be in. But we still have to go because we're employees. But we've been out. And so Colton's Murray State's going to be in too. And I told him, I said, there's literally no sidewalks. You're just going to have to walk on whatever you can find. And you're going to have to wear 2 pairs of socks and some waterproof boots because, you won't be able to, you're going to be doing a lot of walking and all the sidewalks are under the ground. Look at my stupid eyelashes. I can't make the mascara go all the way to the ends because the ends are curved up into my eyelid. And then they stick out like little dead spider sticks. So I only put it on the bottom. I hate it. Did I tell y'all I hated it? My car is frozen to the pavement. Oh my gosh. My car is so low. It does not do okay. And Colton's got a truck. And then it's 4-wheel drive. And so I've been taking it because he's still not comfortable driving to work, even though I thought he could probably do it today. He wanted me to take him. Today's the first day. Hey, Cheryl. Today's the first day that I have gotten my car out of the garage or started it. And I probably should have started it at least once since we've been home because it's been so cold. But I didn't. And so I did take it to church today. But we've been using Colton's truck. And then the first day that I took him to work, and then I came back. I was coming back through town and I kept noticing that his oil pressure gauge kept fluctuating, going up, going down really, really low. And I was like, that's weird. And so I was almost home, and as soon as I pulled in the driveway, it starts going crazy and it's like, oil pressure too low, shut vehicle off now. And like all these red light and all this stuff's coming on, and I'm like, oh my God. So I shut it off in the driveway. And I call Patrick, which he was working, and I'm telling him what it was saying, and he was like, well, it might be low. And so he comes home, he checks it, and he was like, when's the last time you had an oil change? I'm like, literally, we had an oil change with Meineke in town, which everybody told us was the stupidest thing we could have done. And I said, it's not been, about a year, but I said, his truck said he had like 30% oil life left. So we thought it was okay. Well, he gets in there and he's like, oh, it's like 2 quarts low by the time he gets everything out of it. So he goes and he gets like a new oil filter and more oil and like the whole shebang. And he's out there in like 5-degree weather underneath the truck, laying on the ice underneath Colton's truck at like 10 o'clock at night, changing the oil on his truck. I love him, but I was scared to death he was going to get frostbite. So I'm standing out there in like my glove and my hat and my clothes and my shoes, because I'm like, I'm going to help you, because I feel bad enough. I didn't want to like make him go out there by himself. So I'm like holding the light and stuff. But anyway, so he changed Colton's oil in like 5-degree weather because it's been cold as shit. And so, anyway, got that changed. And then when I took him the other day, it went low and it went under the 20 mark, which it's not supposed to, but just barely. And so when I got back, he told me to go get an extra quart of oil. And then when he came and looked at it that night, it was just a little bit low. So anyway, he put that extra quart in there, almost all of it, and it's been doing great ever since. So obviously it just needed an oil change. But anyway, it has been crazy because I thought Colton's truck was broke, and I'm like, great. But Patrick thinks that my car wouldn't open due to the ice. We've had to like thaw the doors out, thaw the trucks out, like do the whole shebang, because it has been so cold and it's not gotten over freezing temperatures. Like it's stayed around the 20s or the teens like this whole time. So everything is like solid. My car's in the garage, but nothing has been able to melt. I received my first pharmacy order, and I love the products I got. What did you get? I love them. I love their eyeshadows. Their eyeshadows are so pigmented. They're very smooth. They blend very, very beautifully. Like, and it does not take a lot. So literally, like, this palette will last you 500 years. This is a very good, like neutral palette. We've got the smaller palettes like this. We've got the giant palette, which is the anniversary palette. This thing will literally last you 5 million trillion years because they're so pigmented that you don't have to hardly use any. So they'll literally last you forever. And this is my favorite mascara that they are discontinuing, is the Infinilash mascara. And that's what I usually have that makes my eyelashes so long, had I not killed them. I got the blurring primer, the Effortless Glow palette, and the Zen mascara and a sample primer. That's awesome. The Zen mascara, for it to only be like $7 when you're signed up, because you get 50% off, for it to be so cheap, it works really, really well. When I first started with pharmacy, I wore that like for months and months and months at a time. And it's my second favorite. The Infinilash is my favorite, my top favorite, because it has a this is the brown one, but it has a very, very small wand. It's not fluffy, and I prefer that. I like that for my lashes. Some people don't like that though. The Zen mascara, I don't even know if I have one open. I don't see one. It's probably on my desk. The Zen mascara has a fluffier brush, but it's still a good one. As soon as I get off here, it's going to be right in front of my face, because that's usually how that works. But those are all good ones. I like my favorite products here, the Infinilash mascara. I love the inked liner, which is the liquid liner, because I wear liquid liner every day of my life. My mom wears this too. The Effortless Glow palette, which is this one right here. So it's got your bronzer, your highlighter, and your blush, and they all have a shimmer to it. My mom uses this too. And instead of doing a little at a time or using them individually, she just does this with all of them and puts it on her face. Because she doesn't care. But she loves that, because I ended up getting her one of those for Christmas. So I'm going to use the BB powder. We're going to put this on our face. This is in Warm Light 02. We're going to put this all over. But those are some good choices. I'm going to order an eyeshadow palette next. Heck yeah. The eyeshadows are my favorite. Which I always like to do eyes, for sure. But the eyeshadow is my jam. You love those earrings. Thank you. These are from Montana Silversmith, actually. Patrick got me these for Christmas because they're feathers. And then he got me the matching bracelet from Montana Silversmith, too. Thank you, thank you. Why do you do your eyes first, then makeup? I used to not do that. I used to do my face makeup first, but one reason that I do it now is because a lot of people have trouble, one, with fallout from their mascara, which some of the powder will fall down on this part of your face. And if you have makeup already on, then you either have to take that makeup off, or it makes it harder to blur because it falls down on your makeup that's already here. Or a lot of the times, like when people are doing wings and things like that, if they have to erase it and then put it back on, or movement or placement or anything like that, it doesn't mess up what you already have done on your face. Because for like years and years, I would show me doing my whole entire face first, and then I would do my eyes. And I never had a lot of trouble with fallout or anything like that. Every now and then with like black colors or something like that, you do. But I noticed that other people would tell me that they have trouble with it. And so I started doing my eyes first, and then I'll put the rest of my makeup on, so I don't have to worry about fallout. Or a lot of people, whenever they're doing their eyes, and I don't know if you see me sometimes, because when I'm doing it, I'll do this, or I'll put like my finger, or I'll do something to like do my hand placement for my brushes to keep it more still. And then you don't have to worry about like touching your makeup and it smearing or anything like that. But it's a personal preference. You don't have to do that. It just makes it a little easier, especially if you have trouble or you mess up sometimes, especially if you're doing wings. If you're not as good at doing wings and they're a little harder for you, you can do that, erase them, move them, and then do your eyeshadow and then your face makeup and you're good to go. I've been watching and saw the ice cream makeup is so good for older women. Or that cream makeup. I don't know why I said ice. I'm like, what? Saw that cream makeup is good for older women. I think that's a preference. I think some women like a cream makeup and some people like a powder. It's all a matter of preference. My mom likes cream makeup and she also likes liquid makeup. She's not a powder person. I am a powder person. And I know a lot of older people that prefer powder over creams. And so I think it just kind of depends on your skin, what you're looking for. And then I think it's good. I don't think it's universal though. I think that it just depends on the person individually and what they like for their skin. Because some people do really well with creams. I'm not saying that I have older skin, but I'm not a cream person. I'm not really a liquid person. I'm not a big... If I do liquid, it's something like this. Like Magic Eraser, and I really just kind of do it like here. That's it. I really don't use it a lot on my face. But I'm a powder girl. Thank you, thank you. Let me finish doing before I do my brows. Let me go ahead. We'll use the Effortless Glow palette that I just showed you. We also have like matte if you don't really want the shimmer and you want more of a matte. We have different colors. Like this is the fair to medium. We have the medium to dark that has a darker contour, darker blush. We have the peach palette that it is a matte color if you're not into the shimmer. Okay, got more of a peach blush and then a darker contour. Now, of course, the highlighter, that's going to have a little bit of shimmer because it's a highlight. Or if you prefer a shimmer all the way around to give you kind of a dewy look, you can do that. What I do is I kind of go in between these two right here. And I will stipple it onto my face to contour. And I will pull my face back to the gods like this so that I know I get it where I want it. Because sometimes if you don't, it'll get in the crackies and you don't want to do that. But I do those two colors together. You don't have to do that. But I do like to stipple it versus like doing this, swiping it, because when you stipple it, first of all, it presses it into the skin. It blends it out while you're doing it, and it doesn't displace the makeup that's already on your face. So if you've already got like cream foundation on, especially if you're putting a powder on top, you really don't want to mix the two. But you don't want to displace the foundation that you just put on there, because if you're layering it up, you've got to be mindful if you have moisturizer, primer, a cream, a powder, or whatever underneath there, you don't want to do a lot of pressure. The color I'm using on that one, this is the Effortless Glow palette, and it only comes in one color. So now I'm going to use the back of this brush. What face wash do you use? I use, it's not Clearasil. Hang on, I'll show it to you. There, buddy. This is what I use. This is a hydrating facial cleanser. Me and Colton both use this. You can find it at like Walmart. And then I use a makeup eraser washcloth. The reason that I really like those is because you don't have to use, when you have mascara or liner, which I usually have a lot of liner left over on my eyes. The makeup eraser washcloths are so good because you don't have to actually put product in them. You just use the washcloth wet. Now, I use that, and then I use that washcloth with it. And then Dial soap. Dial soap is my friend. Dial soap is antibacterial. I use Dial soap on my face quite a bit, especially if I have breakouts. But this is very good because right here, this will keep you from breaking your skin barrier. Sometimes when I use Dial soap, even though it's antibacterial and I love it for my body, period, it will make you a little bit more dry. It's a little more harsh, and you can tell when your skin barrier starts getting broken down because you'll have more breakouts. You'll have kind of like a rash just a little bit, or it'll be dry patches all over, and that's when your skin barrier is starting to break down. The CeraVe actually helps improve that skin barrier right here, restores the protective skin barrier on your face, and then kind of helps hydrate at the same time. The only thing that I don't like about this sometimes is that it has a weird feeling, and I'm a texture person. And sometimes it feels like there's like silicone or something like in it. It has a weird silicone feeling sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, I don't like that on my face because I'm a weird texture person. Like I can't even put like I don't even like to put lotion on my body because I'm like, I feel like I'm sticky. I could put castor oil on my body, which makes no sense. But sometimes it'll kind of like be weird. I'll be weird with it. And so I'll use the Dial soap and then I'll just slather myself with moisturizer and stuff. But you use the Pink Dove soap bar. I'm not a Dove person. My mom loves Dove, but I am not a Dove soap person. It does not jive with my body. Let's just put it like that. It doesn't jive. But I love Dial. Okay. So let's put Goddess Glow on right here. So this is just a blush in itself. It has a little bit of a glowy tint to it. So even though we have a powder on, it looks like we have a little bit of a glow over here on our face because we've got the Effortless Glow palette. Plus we have the blush that has a little bit of glow on it. And then, of course, at night, I use castor oil, or I will use the bee venom serum, or I will use beef tallow on my face. And I mouth tape with scar tape. It is a pretty color. This is called Goddess Glow. And then we have matte colors, too. Not everything is like that. We have matte colors. This is a peach. Very pretty in the summertime. This blush color, it's called Goddess Glow. It's very pretty. And you can use this as eyeshadow as well. You don't have to just use it for blush. Sometimes I put it on the contour of my nose. Now, here is one thing, and I usually try to keep my brushes separate, and you guys may not pay attention to that much stuff because everything's different. Okay. So these look very similar. This is only for my liquid blush colors. This one is only for my powder blush colors. This is for my contour. It's my contour brush. This is my face brush that is only powder. This is my face brush that is only liquids. Like each one of my brushes has a very specific purpose because when you are mixing the two together, you do not want to use a brush like this one is what I usually use for my liquid. Okay. If you use this to put liquid on your face and then you turn around and dip this same brush in like a powder blush and you're trying to put it on your face, that liquid that's already in this brush and this powder is going to make a very weird texture on your face. And you're going to think it's the makeup and that the makeup looks like crap, but in reality it's the brush, and you can't mix liquid and powders together on the same brush. Have a separate brush. Because it's going to make a weird texture. It's not going to lay like it needs to lay. And then you're not going to love it because it's going to look weird. And, That's the fault of the brush, mixing the two together instead of keeping them separate. And like my eyeshadow brushes, you know, I have lots of different ones for that. I use different ones when and I probably should show you guys these, but I mean, they all look different whenever I'm putting them on. This is only my blending brush. This is for my creases. This one I use for a little bit more detail. This one's flatter for my white colors. This is for my bottom. I didn't put eyeshadow on the bottom. But anyway, I have a lot of brushes and they all serve a different purpose for sure. But you'll learn that as you go. Take a little bit of buff, put it on the bottom. But this one is a smaller brush. It is very thin, very dense. It's not fluffy, so you can keep it a little more compact and put it exactly where you want it to go. And this darker brown right here, just in the corner. Your hair looks really pretty. It is growing. It is growing. And I trimmed the ends off of it. I've been trying to do that a lot. But I also used like an air wrap curler for it. And then I put it in Velcro curlers after I did that this morning and waited for it to cool off and then went to church. So it actually worked out really, really well. Thank you, Brenda. All right, let's put our brows on, because they're looking kind of naked. Okay. So we're going to fill these bad boys in. We're staying very light-handed. Oh, the other thing that's on Netflix that we've been watching, I watched, it's called His and Hers. It's so good. It has John Bernthal in it, who's in like The Walking Dead and The Punisher and all the things like that. So good. I watched it, and then as soon as I got done watching it, I was like, oh, I'm going to tell Patrick he needs to watch it. So he ended up watching it, and I rewatched it again. But it is very good. It's like a thriller that you don't know what's going to happen until the very end, and then you're like, what? It's really, really good. It's on Netflix. But I've had a lot of time to be at home. I'm really bad too about having like I'll have the TV on just to have something in the background, but I don't really watch it. But I watched Bridgerton, His and Hers, and then the other thing I watched. I watched something else. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, blending out that front so it doesn't look so harsh and blocky. Looks a little more natural. Then you just play with this spoolie part. Look at that. Can you see? Can you see that right there? Where it just like curls into my eyelid, like it's touching my eyelid. Because usually when I look at you, my eyelashes are like almost up to my, not all the way up to my eyebrow, but they're a lot past my crease. They're not now. So that's stupid. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about it. Nope. Won't be doing it again. All right, let's see. so. This is called Peach Pink. Let's see what this looks like. Boop. Let's line our lips with that. I've got glitter on my face. I have no idea where that came from. Okay, we're filling in the corners. Okay. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about is how sad it is that there are grown women in my town or on the internet, period. Some translucent setting powder underneath our eyes that live to tear other women down. Like, you're grown. What is wrong with you? Because I have someone that decided they were going to get on their Facebook page, not publicly, because of course they can't do that because they don't have enough cojones, but it got sent to me that they were talking bad about me and talking about how I was ugly and fat and how they were so much prettier than me. Girl, how old are you? Like, the mean girl thing, that's like high school crap. How old are you? Old enough to know better. And when you don't know me, and you just know of me, and I don't ever say anything about you because honestly, I don't care. I don't care what you think about me because I don't think about you at all. But when people are sending me stuff because you're petty enough that you want to be like, she's ugly and fat and I'm prettier than her. Well, more power to you, lady. Because you sound like you have a really crappy personality and you have some insecurities that only you can fix. So I'll pray for you. And hopefully, since you're prettier than me on the outside, maybe you can start working on being prettier than me on the inside. Because it sounds like your inside kind of sucks. But you know, kisses. I don't even know you. Never said one word to you. But you know, whatever. But it's nice to know you think about me. Because I don't think about you at all. I know. Isn't that weird? I'm like, when they sent it to me and told me about it, I was like, what? Very odd. I can't tell you too much without you figuring out who it is. But it's really sad. And when we're to the age that we are, which you're younger than me, so, but you're not that young. The mean girl thing, I don't know. That doesn't fly past high school. So that, I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. Because I mean, yeah, I can be mean, but I've never been mean to this said person. I've never said anything to this said person. So it's really, really sad. But when you're going to try to tear somebody down that you don't even know, I think that sucks. And it sounds like you need Jesus. Or you need to be prettier on the inside. But okay then. I had to say it. Because it pissed me off. But yeah, I don't know. It was weird. It was very weird. It's kind of creepy because I'm like, why are you looking at my stuff anyway? Like, why are you worried about what I'm doing, who I'm doing, like what I'm wearing, what my hair looks like, what my makeup looks like, what my animals look like, everything about my life. But then you want to be like, you're ugly. Okay. Okay. I hope that made you feel better. So, I'm happy on the inside. So maybe one day you can be happy on the inside too. But anyway, so here's our look. I used the lip stylo in Dusty Rose. Beauty Fades Inside Ugly is Forever. I'm going to be nice. Because I can choose to be very ugly. I could be ugly like how I really am. And I could choose to let my inside be as ugly as my outside. I can be mean. I can be very mean. I'm very blunt. And I do not fluff things. I am not going to keep from hurting your feelings because I'm not going to do that. If I see something or something needs to be said, I think everybody that knows me knows I'm going to say it. And when I don't say it, people are actually proud of me sometimes and they're like, you did a really good job not saying anything or, you know, not responding back to that. Like, you did a good job. And I'm like, I did do a good job, didn't I? I could be a really crappy person if I wanted to be, but I don't want to be. Like, that just takes away from your life and trying to be happy. And why do you want to be negative all the time? That sounds terrible. Sounds like that one that gave you a lot of problems before. I don't know anything about that one anymore. You know what? I haven't thought about her in a really long time. She probably still watches my stuff. It's not that one. It's not that girl. Your hair looks awesome. Thank you. I use the, I need to pin it because I got it on Amazon. Well, my sister got it for me for Amazon at Christmas and it was on sale, but like without it being on sale, it's like $100, but it comes with like all the different pieces and things, but it styles your hair with air instead of, heat, which I guess it's hot air, but it's not, you're not putting your hair like on it like a curling iron. But anyway, I did that this morning and then I let it set in hot rollers. So it's still got a lot of body considering I did it at like 9 o'clock this morning. But anyway. But when you do get angry at people on your live, you handle it very well. Remember Anna with the sunflower? I still remember Anna with the sunflower look. Because she was mad because it didn't look exactly like the picture. And I was like, that is when I quit showing pictures of my inspiration pictures because it made me mad. It made me mad. I still remember that. That was like 7 years ago. And I'm like, of course it doesn't look exactly like the picture because I wasn't making it exactly like the picture. It's an inspiration. I didn't say it's identical. Oh, she watching. She always watching, Pat. Oh, she always watching. And she watches with fake accounts. Which is really sad. Just like, why? But whatever. I mean, if I was sad, with myself. I would probably watch other people too, but I'm not. So I'm sad about Sammy. I'm sad about that. But as far as like my life and how it's going and who I'm with and the direction that it's going in, I could not be happier. And I think that some people don't like that. You know, they don't like it to see other people happy or other people move on or whatever the issue is. And they get really jealous, even though on their page they portray themselves as happy and happy in the relationship they're in and all these great things. But then when you really start to thinking about it, I'm like, if you were really as happy as you pretend you are, why are you worried about me? Why are you worried about me? And me being old and ugly and fat and you're a better mom. Okay. You do you, boo. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what you think about me because I don't think about you at all. But, okay. This is the only time I'm going to give attention to it because it's kind of sad. Mean Girl time is way done. You're only being a mean girl with yourself. Basement troll. It is very attention seeking. I am happier than I ever been. I am. I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with the relationship that I'm in. Colton is doing so well, y'all. He's doing so good with Murray State. He's doing really, really good. And he's happy. He doesn't go over to his dad's anymore, which is amazing. When he turned 18, he quit going to his dad's. He has not seen his dad since he turned 18 years old. And he turned 19 in December. So he's super happy. He's doing well at work. My job's going good. You know, there's always stress with your job and stuff, but like, everything's going really well. Short of Sam. Everything that happened with Sam, everything other than that is going great. I'm glad where I'm at. I'm not glad I'm fixing to turn 40. That sucks. But, you know, I'm old. But I got some good skincare and makeup. So. But anyway. So here's our look. This is what I wore to church today. I felt really pretty for the first time in ever since I'm not normally. So, you know, I felt really pretty today. So I thought, you know what? I'll get on here and show the look because it turned out really, really well. So anyway, I will take a picture. I will list out everything that I used on here. Nothing right now as far as pharmacy is on sale, but we have sales throughout the month. We have free gifts with purchase. We have different things like that. So I will let you know when all of those things come up. Just a reminder that You Beauty just came out with a collagen tablet. So if you love the collagen, but you're not really digging the fact that you have to mix the powder with anything else or anything like that, you can just take it in tablet form now. It is unflavored, so it is available in tablets instead of the powder. We also have the powder too. I do not recommend the unflavored because I don't like it, but we do have the orange, and the orange is awesome. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a great night. It has been a hot minute, but I'm going to try to get back in the swing of things. I know I say that all the time, and then I feel like something crazy happens, but I'm going to try, I promise. So first day of February, my birthday month, so we'll see how this goes, but I hope that you guys have a great